Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. This is, of course, Pro Wrestling Logic. This is the return, at least temporarily, of the WCW Saturday Night Series. Again, WCW Saturday Night, pretty basic. The Cobra out here with Tom Burton. Pretty basic deal there. Cobra is a failed gimmick in WCW, probably around for certainly less than a year. And Tom Burton just an enhancement guy. Cobra in doing a military gimmick, basically to go off of Sergeant Craig Pittman. They basically have military rank issues and kind of a goofy storyline, if you ask me. Side headlock takeovers and a suplex by the Cobra. Cobra says in post match that Craig Pittman knows what his issues are about and that he should be well aware. Cobra in a very basic squash match. Then we go to a Fall Brawl Control Center, hyping the upcoming War Games match, including Vader on the babyface team. Vader leaves before that materializes, though. Johnny B. Bad is a babyface these days. Johnny B. Bad is looking to get, I guess, more love on himself, for lack of a better term, and facing off against I don't even know, maybe calling him the Predator would probably be an incorrect run. Johnny Bad, though, managing to get a couple of cross bodies and all that, not defeating the Grappler, actually, in this particular edition of things, and doesn't get everything he wants there, but, hey, what can you do? Anyway, so Johnny B. Bad defeating the Grappler relatively quickly. Simple run, and ultimately getting things going in accordance with what he's looking for out of things there. Johnny B. Bad again defeating the Grappler and ultimately getting what he wants out of things from a simple and basic approach. Anyhow, so, I mean, not a bad match. The Grappler, of course, really a mainstay in the Portland area. Grappler does fight back against Bad a little bit more than average. Short knee by him, and ultimately leading in a positive direction there. Johnny B. Bad then manages to get a couple of roll arounds, basic maneuvers, and then we go to Kamala, the Ugandan giant, who is only with the BCW for a matter of a few months here, coming out of retirement, facing off against Hollywood Bob Starr. Does not go according to plan. Punches, kicks, basic stuff. Kamala does the big splash. This is basically brought in because of Hulk Hogan's request. He's a member of the Dungeon of Doom. Vader out next. Vader in the nature that is the enhancement match here. Chasing off against Tracy Benton. Vader punch, kick, and the modified choke slam. Obviously, big shots by Vader. Vader also says that he's siding with the baby faces. Not that he calls them that. Hogan, Sting, and Macho Man Savage at the upcoming pay-per-view. Vader also hits choke slam and a powerbomb for his trouble here. Arn Anderson talks about how Ric Flair has changed. He's known Flair all of his career. Facing off against Ric Flair is something that Anderson never thought he would have to do or would want to do. But times change, things change, and then we go to a Harlem Heat deal here. Enhancement match for Harlem Heat. Of course, Sister Sherry out there. Booker T, obviously the more athletic of the two, hits a couple of body slams, gets things going in a basic direction. Manages to snap the man over and get things going, pretty simply put. Ultimately, a big power slam for their trouble in the Harlem Hangover. Finally, the team of Harlem Heat in control, hyping up the Hulk Hogan paper line, and then we get the Renegade versus Ray Hudson. Renegade gets a quick power slam off the ropes. Renegade is running around and hits the top rope double axe handle and a top rope splash, and Renegade gets a win in under about 60 seconds, if that. Super quick match, and obviously it is what it is. Jim Duggan talks about wanting to fight for the U.S. title, get back to basics, and that ends up happening in the next little while. Bobby Eaton and Lord Steven Regal, aka the Blue Bloods, are out next, and obviously they are in a basic tag match with the Italian Stallion, among others, and getting things going in their general direction is, pretty aggressive. Uh, Regal, with a couple of arm bars, ties his man up and is able to also get a double underhook power bomb. Regal and Eaton work together, and the Blue Bloods are a good, solid team. The Dungeon of Doom related stuff, there's a highlight film on the attacks on Hulk Hogan. Kevin Sullivan also says that he will eliminate Hulkamania once and for all. And then we go to a Diamond Dallas Page match, literally years before he's in a good space. The grappler is Dallas Page's opponent here. Page with Kimberly Page, aka the Diamond Doll. Actually, no, there is a different opponent. Enhancement style for Page. Page hits a couple of shots to the arm and rolls the man through. Does end up hitting a running Diamond Cutter to get a victory for Diamond Dallas Page. Page basically says Max Muscle, his former bodyguard, is nothing more than an overinflated monkey. He's done with him. Ric Flair basically says he has no choice but to face Arn Anderson. Doesn't really want to do it, but knows that it is coming. Ends up happening the one and only time at Super Brawl. Flair cuts a really decent promo here, but synopsized, Flair thinks that he's being outshone, outdone, and all of that. Main event time for the program. About a 10-minute match. Alex Wright and Marcus Alexander Bagwell, a couple of weeks before they start the American Males with Scotty Riggs against Bunkhouse Buck and Dick Slater for, I believe, the Tag Team Championships. Alex Wright gets the Buck down basic maneuvers. Also, it's a beautiful top rope drop kick, does Alex Wright. Bagwell comes in, sends Slater into things there, and super basics, and ultimately deep and very simple sunset flip. Ultimately, hard shots, and we see Bunkhouse Buck managing to go into things and hit things around there. We see Dick Slater managing to roll through double underhook bomb, and manages to get things going in a decent enough direction. Slater and Buck manage to do more of a heel-related thing. Alex Wright sent to the outside. The storyline between Parker and Sherry continues with a bit of an affair between the two of them. Roll up for Bunkhouse Buck and getting a victory for his team. As they close the program, Sherry and Colonel Robert Parker are kissing, and that will close the program here. We will be back with more right after this.